What's going on, beautiful people? I'm Antoine, singer-songwriter from Harlem. Just dropped an album called The Art of the Heartbreak. It's available on iTunes, Amazon, and Google Play. And right now I'm about to sing you a song, just a little snippet of a song off the album called Come Get to This. Let's do it.
Come get to this, come get to this. 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 'Cause we've been away from each other for so long. So for me to get your attention, I wrote this song to show you what you're missing, like all the hugging and kissing, and all the different positions. And ooh, I just can't wait to get you in this room, so we can do what we do. And ooh, as soon as you come through that door, I got a surprise in store. I want to explore. Come get to this, come get to this. Come get to this, come get to this. Come get to this, come get to this, come get to this. 'Cause I love the way you take off all your clothes. Girl, you look your best when your body is exposed. From me, no game is needed. I know your body's hungry, so let me be the one to feed it. And ooh, I just
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see and hear, we have a very special artist here this evening. Our man here has skills. Y'all can be the judge of that on your own. And welcome to another episode of 1800 Seconds, A Journey, The Dream. So let's get into these questions. I'm sure the people want to know more about you after hearing those spectacular vocals.
You know I do a little something. A little something every now and then.
Right. So how long have you been singing?
I've been singing since I was 13.
Wow.
I've always been into entertainment from when I was a little kid. Started out dancing, doing talent shows, dancing at parties. Remember, like my grandmother used to have like parties for adults. I would be like the only kid amongst all these adults just dancing. Just because it was for the simple fact I've been dancing. So
you got like the slow jam moves and also the hip hop moves.
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Definitely.
Alright. So who are your top 3 male vocalists?
Dead or alive?
Let's start with period.
Okay.
And then you could actually just let us know if they're dead or alive.
Okay.
Because we doing 3.
Okay, so the first one definitely has to be Marvin Gaye.
Alright.
Absolutely. Second one, Michael Jackson, for the obvious reason. And the third one, I would say, major influence, definitely would be Usher.
Who's your favorite female vocalist?
Right now?
No, of all time.
Of all time.
Period.
Come on, man. You gonna do that?
All right, I'll give you 2.
You gonna do that like that?
I'll give you 2.
Okay. 2 female vocalists of all time. I would have to give it to the first one, Patti LaBelle.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, come on, when she kicked her shoes off and whatnot.
She gotta do it, just open her mouth.
And that's it. And I would say, Nina Simone. because of the soul, because of her voice is like, you know, a deep voice for a woman. And anytime you hear her sing, you can feel what she was singing and talking about. So, and that's what I'm all about. Like, I'm all about the music and feeling and emotion and things of that nature. And all of the artists that I mentioned do that exact same thing.
Yeah, got to have some.
Gotta be relatable, baby. Definitely.
Well, the next question was, how do you categorize your style? And I see that you're a soul artist.
Very soulful. The thing with me and my producer Royal, we definitely wanted to create a body of work that was soulful, but also equal parts, I guess, trendy, equal parts pop, and most of all, relatable to the common man, which we are common men. Just the everyday realities, trials and tribulations of just stuff that goes on. The name of the album is called The Art of the Heartbreak, for the specific reason of everything that we do in regards to love, or, you know, other stuff. There's an art to it, whether we believe it or not. So yeah, like, I just wanted to kind of bring the soul back. I kind of feel like that's been missing. On radio, I kind of feel like that's been missing. Because every song nowadays, especially with R&B, is like a hybrid of stuff, and that's cool. But I mean, I can't pop bottles in the club. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have enough money for that yet. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't have a Bugatti. I don't have a bunch of jewelry. So I got to talk about what I can talk about. And that's the reason when you asked me that question about my favorite male artists, I mentioned Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, Usher, because they, for the most part, talk about and bring it to and keep it with the essence, just the bare essentials of I'm a man, I'm vulnerable, and this is how I'm feeling, this is what I want to talk about. And this is what this album is all about right here.
Okay, well, that kind of leads into the next question. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now?
As an artist, as a man, period. 5
years from now, definitely want to be internationally known. Touring, hopefully by then on my 4th album. And just doing things aside from music that's related to entertainment and helping people, some of my friends and other people who are talented as well, and just kind of giving them a platform to be able to shine on. But definitely want to be internationally known. That's the, top thing.
Okay. So where do you do most of your recording?
Actually at my friend / producer / brother Royal's house. We did all the pre-production at his house, and then once we finished with everything, then we took it to get mastered by my man Nate Scott. What's up, Nate? And he did a great job on that, and then the rest was history from there. Go get this album, trust me.
So Royale, his does he have like a production company, or is that the name of it, Royale?
Shabar Music Entertainment is the name of the company. We're independent, we out here grinding, and it's good music. I mean, I can't really put it any plainer than that. Like, we really took our time to craft something that people want to hear for years to come.
So what do you think is the most instrumental tool that artists could use to make it in this industry today?
I would say the most instrumental tool would be to educate yourself and to research everything. Everything is accessible now. You don't need a label anymore per se. It's nice to have one, but you don't necessarily need one. There's YouTube, you know what I mean? You have Facebook, you have all these different sites that are for free at your disposal, where you can pretty much like market yourself and promote yourself just by using these different outlets to let people know that you exist. And another thing that I would say is consistency. You're always gonna have naysayers, you're always gonna have people that are gonna speak against you or not believe in you, and that's all right. I mean, we need that in order to motivate us, because that's what it's there for. So I would definitely say educate yourself on the business and definitely stay consistent.
Okay. music has on the community today?
I mean, music is everywhere. Everywhere we turn. Music is related to fashion. So, you know, if your favorite rapper, someone's favorite rapper has on a certain type of sneaker, then the fans are want to go get that certain type of sneaker. If it's a certain type of car, jewelry, whatever it is, music influences us in many different ways. It's funny, quoting Joe Budden, he said music is just what feeling sounds like. It's very true. Music is what you feel like when you wake up in the morning, or if you're on your way to work, or if you're feeling good and it's a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Like, music has so many different dynamics to it, to where the influence is just there. Like, there is no life without music. It goes hand in hand pretty much.
Okay. So out of all of the artists that's out today, who do you think, if you did a collabo with, it would be the best collabo?
Any artist?
Any artist, male, female, rapper, singer, rock, any artist. Who do you think, if you did a collabo with, basically it would be a hit?
Well, my dream, I would say two people. My dream collaborations at this point would be Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake. And Kanye West too. Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why is because they're not afraid to take risks. They're not afraid to be different. So, yeah.
Who do you think the best DJ is?
The best DJ?
Best DJ. It could be somebody you know locally, a DJ at a local club, or somebody on the radio. Just out of all of the DJs you met in your life.
Well, I gotta shout out my boy DJ Chase from Harlem. Shout out to him. He actually played a couple of my records on the radio. That's not just to, plug him and say that, because he looked out for me, but definitely my homeboy DJ Chase. And then of course you got the legend Funk Master Flex, DJ Envy, DJ Enough. One person I will say who people probably don't know as much is DJ Cash One. I feel like he's probably like aside from him and DJ Self, he's probably the most innovative when it comes to the art of hip hop and DJing and just in general.
So with the way that the radio stations are set up today, do you think that that's appropriate? Do you think that it could be improved on, or that they're doing a spectacular job, or like what's your view on when you turn on the radio?
I think they definitely need to broaden their playlist. For the most part, the only time I really listen to the radio is when I'm, getting ready for work or about to do a show or something like that. Other than that, I don't really listen to it too much. I honestly feel like there's a lot of artists out there with very good music that the people want to hear. You know what I mean? And it's important to allow us to make a choice for ourselves as opposed to just keep cramming the same thing 20 times a day in rotation. You know what I'm saying? Like no shade and no I'm not nothing against the artists that they're playing because the music is good, but it's like after a while it just makes you want to get rid of it faster to listen to something else, something new, fresh. And that's where I come in. Art of the Heartbreak.
Have you ever sung something from the heart without pre-recording it, without writing it down, like the way some rappers freestyle? Have you ever experimented with vocally freestyling?
Every day.
Oh, wow.
Every day I get a different melody in my mind out of nowhere. I record it on my phone. Sometimes I don't even have all the words, but that don't matter. I can figure that out later. But every day, a lot of the songs actually that you're hearing now from the album Art of the Heartbreak are from melodies that I had in my head and lyrics that I had in my head that I just kind of like put and recorded into my phone. I'm a true believer in just art in general. And with art, there has to be creativity. There's no such thing as pigeonholing yourself into just one type of thing. So, you know, that's not something I used to do before, but like, you know, you have to be comfortable with it because you don't know how creative you can allow you don't know how creative you can be until you allow yourself to be. And that's the whole thing about the art.
Okay. So do you ever have like 3-4 bar spurts at a time? Like when I'm writing, I could come up with maybe a bar and then see what the next bar is like and then see what the next bar is like, and then there's times when like half a verse could come to me. There's times I could just press record and say, you know what, I'm a freestyle, and just bust my freestyle and then take from that what I like. So what I'm wondering is as a vocalist, are you able to get like maybe 4 or 5 bars in your head at a time as you're just like say walking down the street or in the shower getting ready for work, and have like a good 6-7 bars just like that?
It depends. It depends on the day, depends on where I'm at that point, whether it's work, school, in the house. It's a number of factors. If I'm just chilling outside, sometimes I might see something that might make me, you know, pay attention to that, and I'll just come up with something else. Sometimes I could just come up with a whole song within like a 2-minute frame and just kind of make it up as I go along too. So you know,
that's kind of like what I mean.
Yeah.
Because if it's coming to you in 2 minutes, that's pretty much a freestyle. Mm-hmm. So what I really wanted to know was could you freestyle? That pretty much answered the question. But singing it out loud as it comes into your head, that's kind of different. That's more of the essence of a freestyle. Mm-hmm. Well, can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that every now and again. You know.
I won't put you on the spot since you're a vocalist, but if you were a rapper, you would be on the spot. I'll say drop some bars right now. But let's move on. So where are you from?
Harlem, New York City. Was born in the Bronx, Lincoln Hospital, South Bronx, what's up? And I was pretty much raised in between Harlem and Brooklyn. You know. And just between my mom and my pops, my mother was living in Brooklyn for the most part, and my pops was living in Harlem. So I just was in between that. And then when I started going to high school, I went to high school in Harlem. I went to Wadley High School. So, you know, I just, you know, I would say that I'm, I guess, more Harlem than anything because this is where I went to school at. This is where a lot of my family is now. I mean, well, has been really, like a lot of my friends. So, you know, I'm Harlem all day.
I got a question off the inventory because it's been a topic going on in media and in a lot of homes across New York. What's the proper term? Begins with a D. Well, actually, since I can't remember the word for it, I'll just say it. People coming into Harlem that are not black. A lot of the stores changing.
Gentrification.
Yes. De-gentrification, I think it is. So, what's your view on that? Because we have a Harlem native here, somebody who spent the majority of their life in Harlem, and this is actually taking place. So I just would like your opinion on it.
There's pros and cons to everything. The pros is it's better business. Streets are cleaner. It seems like it's more care around the neighborhoods. But the cons is that they're moving people who grew up here out of their apartment. making it so they can't afford it to move new people. That to me is like the most disrespectful thing about it, as opposed to sprucing up the area for people that were from here and that were living here all of this time. You basically just telling them, okay, you gotta move somewhere else, and making it purposely making it more expensive so that way they can't live here. So there's pros and cons to it all, and I think it could be, you know, the Vanderbilts definitely need to be revamped. There's a lot more that could be done, but it's in the way you do it. You know what I mean? I think we deserve to be able to want to live nice and want to have nice things and want to be living in a nice neighborhood and want to be able to go in the supermarket, not have to worry about if I pick up a can of beans, how many holes it got in the can. You know what I mean? So yeah, I believe that if they're gonna be here, and if they're going to continue to do this, then we need to be included in that. And I think it's more of a thing of not just the people that are not black moving in here. It's more of a thing. It's more of an us thing. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do in order to be able to uplift ourselves? You know what I mean? Not in a violent way or anything like that, but definitely because we have to become smarter as a people to do what we need to do. You know?
Absolutely. I was just thinking about that when a fellow producer here was like, we're going to Harlem tonight. First thought that came to head was, oh yeah, we're going to de-gentrification neighborhood. Not that I, you know what I'm saying, haven't frequented 125th throughout my life, but it's a real thing that's happening in our community. And yes, America is a melting pot, but as the artist said, there's ways of going about it. So let's move on to the next question. How many songs do you have?
On the album, there's 13 tracks. 13 total tracks, 10 actual songs, and the 3 interludes. So yeah, nice, short and sweet, you know, all about love, lust, and everything in between.
Alright. So beyond this album, your portfolio per se, it doesn't have to be necessarily songs that's already recorded, but like if you go and grab your book, what is it looking like? Is it like a stack this big? Is it a stack this big, or is it a stack this big?
I'll put it to you like this. I have a lot. I won't give out the number, but I do have a lot because, like I said, I come up with melodies pretty much every day. I have stuff that I've never recorded, but I know, and I've recorded like the melody in my phone, and I just like email it to myself, just so that when it's the right time to release it out and record it, it's right there in the stash.
Right.
So I have a lot up my sleeve. Like, this is only the beginning. Right. I'm saying this is an introduction, but I got a lot. I'm gonna be around for a long time.
Is there a special someone in your life?
Yes, there is. My girl from Maryland. We've been together for about 1.5 years now. So yeah, that's my baby. That's my special someone.
Okay. When you was mentioning where do you get your inspiration from?
Well, actually, where I get my inspiration from is a number of different things.
Okay, so how much does, I don't want to say Marilyn per se, even though she's the woman of the hour.
Whoa, wait a minute, woman of the hour?
Of the 1800 seconds, the journey of the dream. But like, when you write in, how much does your love for being in love play a role in your material? Is it like a major driving force of where your inspiration comes from, or is it just like you just go with the feeling, or like when you write in, is the passion that you share with the woman that you love a big influence in the material?
Well, I would say it depends on the song. If I'm making a song about love or about how I feel being in love, absolutely. But if it's a song about, from my past, or a song about the things that I have experienced, then generally no. Like the thing about it is I stay true to the art. So I mean, of course, she's my inspiration for the most part, but like I have, like I said, many different inspirations, and I literally write from the heart and from the mind and what it is that I'm feeling and thinking, and I just draw off of just my real life experience. Everything that's on the album, The Art of the Heartbreak, is from real life experience in some form or fashion. So yeah, it all depends on what I'm feeling like that day. I may be talking about or wanting to write a song about something that happened when I was a single man, and I have a lot of stories about it. About when I was a single man. So I mean, like, and then I also have stories about that I want to talk about in upcoming projects about, like, getting more deeper in depth with my personal life. Not so much, but just enough so that people can get to know who I am. And I think you kind of win the people over when you are relatable and when you talk about the things that you've been through, because they gravitate to you more, not just for having a hot song on the radio for that moment. It's got to be hot and it's got to be relatable.
I hear you. Yeah, that pretty much answers my question too, because you could feel some songs and produce them from here, from the heart, and then you could feel some songs and produce them from the gut, So that pretty much answered my question.
Absolutely.
So what's your day job?
Well, I ain't gonna talk about that too much on TV.
Oh, you don't have to, like.
I make my money on.
Specific.
I make my money legally.
And like.
No, I do social service work.
Okay.
I do social service work. Actually do employment development.
Okay.
So I help with resumes, cover letters, interview clothing, stuff like that. The essentials to getting employment.
All right. Helping people. Okay.
I'm all about helping people,
All right.
Helping people through music. You need a resume, come holler at me.
And I also heard something about, well, I don't know if I could bring that up, but like any extracurricular, curricular, anything outside of regular work and music that you're into?
Well, I like sports. I like to play, I play basketball, work out. I like to shop, I like to get fly, Yeah, I'm just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a regular dude, cool, laid back. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna take the shot anyway. I don't know how appropriate it is, but I heard something about a choir. I mean, it kind of touched me right here, because I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Singing
with a congregation.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that just brings you up. I mean, Jodeci was doing the same thing. What's the other group Beyonce was in? They was doing the same thing. A lot of artists came up from out the church singing in the choir. So I heard that, and I was hoping you would say that, but you didn't. But
I'm in a choir. I am in a choir at 1 Corinthian Baptist Church, 116th Street and 7th Avenue in Harlem. Yeah, I'm part of the choir. Definitely. That's a beautiful thing. I've actually been a member of the church for about a year now. So, shout out to Pastor Warren, Michael A. Warren.
So, what's your nationality? How would you describe that?
I'm black. Fight the power. Now I'm black. Grandparents on both sides have Native American roots, and my grandfather on my father's side is from Barbados. So I have a little mixture there, but I'm black. African American, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because if you look at, like, all of us are black, okay, Yeah, that's no question. But you have so many different varieties of black that it's really literally off the chain. For instance, well, I'll save that for my own interview, but I'll tell you, just saying black is not a full description of the majority of the black people you see's roots. So be careful when you saying things in different languages that may be offensive to another race, because his great-grandparents or his grandparents could have taught him to speak Native American. and he could be knowing everything you're saying. But, so what's your favorite movie?
I would say my favorite movie of all time, honestly. It's gonna sound cheesy as hell. The Last Dragon. Last Dragon and Coming to America.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people share those two favorite movies with you.
Yeah.
Some people is Big Trouble in Little China. So.
Definitely.
Yeah, those are two good ones. I like those as well. So what's your favorite sport and sport team?
New York Knicks all day. Die-hard Knicks fan. If you listen to the album, you'll hear me talking about him in the album. Guaranteed. I'm telling you, everything comes from the heart. Die-hard Knicks fan.
A singer promoting... Alright, a singer promoting a sports team in his album.
Go Knicks.
You haven't heard about that.
Yeah. And of course, basketball is my favorite sport.
Alright. Do you have a favorite video game?
NBA 2K14. Holla at me on Xbox Live. Fly Nerd 82. Holla at me on Xbox Live if you want to get cut.
Alright. Is there anybody else that you'd like to give shout outs to?
Shout out my mom, because she's the best. Like, she's like my biggest supporter. My whole family, in essence, my pops. I want to also shout out Roy, of course, for taking this journey with me. It was a lot of, long days and late nights in the studio, us arguing, bouncing ideas off of each other, coming up with our, ideas and just trying to make something new and something different, but at the same time, something that you want to listen to. And definitely have to shout out my late grandmother, Lucille Hardison, who passed away last year, actually. She's still a major inspiration in my life. Thank you. And more than anything, because of the things she taught me as a kid. Like, that was my grandmother that had me out late at night partying with her and her friends. You know what I'm saying? That allowed me to just express my creativity through dancing and just being who I wanted to be. And on top of that, the fact that she cared for people so much, and she was an entrepreneur. So your inspiration and your memory lives on, Grandma. I love you. Oh, and shout out my church, FCBC, Yak. Praise and worship team. Shout y'all out too.
Do you have a Facebook account that you would like to share?
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, Barry Antoine. That's BarryAntoine. Barry Antoine. Everything is the same. You type it in the search, you're gonna find me. Just Google me.
Okay, so we're gonna go into another vocal by our man here, Barry. And y'all about to be blessed again.
One more again. Oh yeah, let me shout out the play that I'm in too. June 22nd. Never judge a book by its cover. Coming to everybody that's out there in VA, South Hill, Virginia. If you don't know about the play, you haven't heard about it, make sure you attend. It's a gospel musical. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Never judge a book by its cover. I'm in the play. I'm an actor. Shout out Hope Hollingsworth Coaxum, the whole cast. I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon. And don't forget, buy the album, The Art of the Heartbreak.
Another day is gone. While you're living your life, I'm just living all alone. And this is all because I can't see myself going but you, baby. And this ain't I try to talk to my mama, but there's no way she can help me. I try praying to God, but all my prayers just come up empty. Girl, my heart is heavy. Tell me what I gotta do to make you come back. Was it something I said? Was it something I did? I never thought I'd see the day when you were leaving. It's driving me to tears and I can't function, it's a shame. And everywhere I turn around I'm hearing your name. Now things ain't the same. Ever since the day you left me, I just find hard to sleep at night. You told me time and time to never leave. I'm feeling incomplete, and all I wanna do is be by your side. I'll be a fool for if that's what it takes for you to get back to me. I'll be a fool for you. 'Cause without you here it's just so empty. My life is empty. Damn, another week is gone. While she got a new man, I'm still out here all alone. Tell me, is it wrong that I still think about the times when we made love? And when I lay down and dream of you, it hurts me so much that you left, but I just can't let you go. And when I wake up, I'm looking at your picture, wishing I can call and say I miss you. Things ain't the same, baby. Sleep at night. It's always time and time to never leave. Incomplete, all I wanna do is be by your side. I guess I'll be a fool if that's what it takes for you to get back to me. I'll be a fool for you. Say without you here is just so empty. My life is empty. Can you tell me please if it's something I did wrong? Something, girl, can we fix it? Fix it. I'm down on my knees, hoping, wishing that you come back. Oh baby, you got me twisted, got me singing. Whoa, you got me singing. Please, babe, please, babe, please, babe, just come on back home to me, baby. I just find it hard to see that you never leave. All I wanna do is be by your side. I guess I'll be a fool if that's what it takes for you to get back to me. I'll be a fool for you. Say without you here is just so empty. My life is empty. Whoa.
Yeah.
Art of the Heartbreak in stores now. Get that. Get that. Quality music. I'm bringing it back.
All right.
Peace.